Okay. I'm just going to bring us in with 3 breaths. The breaths that I would like you to take are to breathe in as deeply as you can through your nose. And just to follow on what Jess has done, the breath is just an incredible vehicle, and it's one that we have right within us. And DMT, which is my medicine, I've been working with ayahuasca since 2012. So DMT is naturally produced inside of our bodies, and the time that it comes into our bodies is when we die and when we're born. That's the main time. My daughter is joining us. Right on time. Hello, gorgeous. Do you want a pillow? Yeah, so with the breath, we can reach DMT states just with the breath. And yeah, it's an incredible breath where we're basically pulling the breath and we're tightening our muscles all at the same time. So you want to be pulling that breath right up to the top of your head, and at the same time you're tightening all your muscles. So you want to be even shoving your head right upwards. So like you're like pulling all your muscles, you know what I mean? And then when you let the breath out, it's a sharp shoo, okay? And you will feel little like goosebumps kind of thing, but it's DMT. That is what it is. So you need to pull fucking hard when you're pulling upwards, you know? So we're gonna do 3 breaths like that just to bring us into our bodies and give us that feeling that we love. We love DMT. Human beings love DMT. It's when we die and it's when we are born that we naturally produce it, you know? So we'll start with the first breath. When you're ready, just pull yourself towards yourself, give yourself a little shake, get it all out. Just to update you, we're gonna get some DMT into our bodies with the breath, okay? So when you're pulling up, I'll just give you an example. So the first breath, and the way you breathe out is a sharp shooting breath. So you're pulling up and you're shooting that breath up through your body, and you're tightening all your muscles at the same time. So it's, and then you're doing 3 like that, okay? So we'll hold it as long as we can up at the top. So I don't know if you can feel the difference in yourself. I'm very sensitive, so I feel an amazing difference immediately. And if anybody would like to do it again, please feel free. So the beautiful Jess was talking about, can we maybe ask just to turn it down a tiny bit, just a tiny bit.
Told Mimi and Teo that they could have all the banana bread.
Okay. I didn't tell them they could have all of it. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this talk and then we'll talk, okay? Sorry. Her sister ate all the banana bread.
I get it!
So the beautiful Jess was talking about using vehicles to come into ourselves and to really come into our bodies and to really feel into our bodies. And yeah, I'm all for vehicles. I'm all for vehicles. I began my shamanic journey in 2002, and I only worked with energy for the first 10 years because I knew about ayahuasca, but I was like, oh fuck no. You know, that looks like some C-for-serious shit. In 2012, however, I was called by the medicine in a very beautiful way, which it was undoubtedly I'm supposed to work with medicine. So I began working with ayahuasca then. And she is an incredible, incredible medicine. I do not believe she is for everybody. You cannot unsee what you see. You can never go back. There's no going back. So if your life is one where you are choosing to put the blinkers on in any sense, don't do ayahuasca, you know, because there's no blinkers there. And if you don't listen, she's very quick to give you a proper slap up the ass, you know. So there's no going back. So so there are other vehicles that can take you to closer places, and I have had a very long journey, one where I didn't necessarily always want to listen because I'm a proper rebel at heart, you know. And when I didn't listen, I really got slapped up the ass. So here I am listening properly at age 47. Took me a while to really listen, you know, with a lot of slaps and a big journey to get here. But if you're ready to listen, then you can start to think about doing that kind of medicine. And I would never suggest you do it in any kind of environment like we're in right now. It would only ever be in a truly sacred environment. And if you are interested, I really work in a beautiful temple on the side of the Henops River where we practice these plant medicines in sacred ceremonial ways. For these kind of environments, however, there are other vehicles that we can use other than, you know, I'm all okay with drugs. I hate to use the word drugs though, because I'm not all okay with drugs. I'm okay with the 2 Ps. I'm okay with plants and I'm okay with psychedelics. And those are your 2 Ps. And the rest of it is just fucking with your soul in such a way that it's not necessary. You're messing up this life, this beautiful life that you've been given, you know? So on the Ps, on the plants and psychedelics, if you're someone who has a tendency towards nose drugs, stay away from the MD. If you're not, you can add a bit of MD in there. And only you can discern whether that is what you're okay with or not. But for the most part, stay away from the MD too, if you can. I can't, personally. But I don't have a tendency to nose drugs anymore because I started listening. So the plants and the psychedelics that I utilize, besides the DMT, because DMT, if you're smoking the crystal or if you're using changa, you shouldn't do that until you've really done the work with ayahuasca, because the beings and the realms that you enter don't want you there because you haven't done the work properly. And so your experiences can be pretty scary. Sometimes people will have great experiences because they have got something beautiful inside of them that the beings are a little bit interested in. So they allow them in for a while, but mainly leave the DMT alone until you've done the work with ayahuasca. You know, she's the mother of all plant life. She takes you by the hand and she only gives you what you can, that you necessarily can consume, what you can assimilate for the type of human being you are and where you are, because it is about levels and it is about hierarchy. As much as we don't want that and we are all one, come and join us, Dee. You know, as we are all one, we are. But whatever you say, whatever you think, it's affecting the whole. It really is. So be wary and be conscious of what you're saying and what you're thinking in any given moment, you know? So the vehicles that I use are not all something that we take in. I also do the sacred sweat lodges, which is an amazing way to come into the temple space where you're not taking anything that changes who you are, and you're using the sweat as the medicine. And it's very, very powerful medicine. And I do them twice a month. So there's always an opportunity, you know, don't go, oh shit, I'm gonna miss this one. Like what? There's always an opportunity, you know. The vehicles that I use in these spaces are four different vehicles that I use in these spaces. I use iboga. I use iboga because of the medicine that I have done with iboga, the work that I've done with him. He is the grandfather. He is the African stern grandfather. He's very patriarchal, and he will fuck you up. So I utilize him because he also gives you that African warrior stamina strength. So I can trance like a motherfucker, and I can go for hours and hours and hours on end without losing my mind, and just really feel into my music and my dance, which is a moving meditation for me, you know. So we do the microdoses at the Sonda Sips Bar, which will be set up a little bit later this afternoon, where we provide all sorts of beautiful medicines, including some nice sugar. And sugar can be used as a medicine, and we make the most beautiful craft cordials. We do a ginger and hibiscus one. We do a blue pea, which is a coconut aurora. We make a lemon drop one, and they're all charged with either soda water or Sprite. So you can really fuck yourself up with the sugar, or you can just have the soda water, which is enough sugar for me, you know. And then you can take the euphorics with it. So the euphorics choices are the iboga. The iboga, like I said, we'll only do a small and a medium dose of. I won't give large doses of that because I'm very conscious of who I'm feeding this medicine to, because it's a moral responsibility. So you know that when you are taking these medicines, I'm watching you. So that's my job. That's my job. I was gifted that beautiful, beautiful honor by the plants, you know. I was initiated by the plants, you know. I have also been initiated into sacred lineages. My first initiation happened in 2002. I then furthered my study in 2011 and 2012, going into 2013, and then I began to hold space in ayahuasca ceremonies. So I really, when I'm watching you, it's with so much love. It is with an ability that I didn't even know that I was blessed to hold, you know. And sometimes it's overwhelming, but not in these spaces. And these are my fun spaces. These are my, oh man, like, you know. So please, if you are interested in trying any of the euphorics, which are the 4 medicines I'm going to tell you about now, please come and we can talk about each one individually, you know, so you can really understand what you're putting into your body, why you're putting it into your body. Because I'm gonna chat to you. I'm gonna ask you, do you want to go a little bit psychedelic? Do you want to have a little bit of vision? Do you want to just have energy? Do you want to stay focused? What do you want? What are you looking for? You know. So that's iboga. Iboga is the stern grandfather. Sticking with the masculine, we come into San Pedro. The cactus. He loves to be erect. He loves to be up in the sun. He loves to be dancing. He loves to be hiking. He loves to be moving. He's the new divine masculine or sacred masculine that I presume people with eyes like yours are all busy working towards, you know. So yeah, the San Pedro also gives you a lot of energy, but it can become quite psychedelic as well. So I do all of these medicines in small, medium, and large doses. The large doses are where you're going to start feeling a bit of the psychedelics. The small and medium, you're just feeling into the frequency of the medicines. So that's San Pedro, that's medicine number 2. Medicine number 3 is called Katha edulis. If everybody knows Yaku, that's the shit he's chewing. That's the crazy man over there. And yes, it is the medicine that they ultimately chemically make cat from. And I, like I said, do not advocate anything up the nose, but especially not meth and cats. They are really fucking with your soul, you know, really, like. So we're taking the original plants, the original plant that it's made from. It's called Katha edulis. It's one of my favorite medicines. It's just this beautiful energy. It's just this beautiful energy. It's not like the grandfather. It's not like African warrior medicine. It's not like that strength. It's more just a little bit of energy, and it just keeps you up and going, you know. It's also a bronchodilator. So it opens up your lungs, and that's actually what keeps you going, because you suddenly can breathe like you have never breathed before. So you can take in so much air, and that's where the breath, you can really start to learn to work with the breath. So if you take a bit of the Psychedelics, you're opening up your lungs, and then you're feeling a little overwhelmed, you come and you sit down here and do a little bit of Jess's, the process that she took you through of the breathing, you know. Not the DMT breathing, but just pulling, you know, always in through your nose and out through your mouth. Yeah, it's a beautiful medicine and does give you a lovely little energy to carry on with. And the last medicine is what? The mescaline is the active ingredient inside San Pedro. So that is the cactus. So we have the mescalate, which is a salt, which is much stronger and much faster than the San Pedro itself. So if you're keen to like really get into the psychedelic of San Pedro, we also have the mescaline salt. So it's just a deeper level of the San Pedro. There is also psilocybin. The psilocybin is the other psychedelic that I will feed into, the small, the medium, and the large dose. And I only use golden teachers grown by a beautiful medicine man at our temple. All of our plant medicines are grown at the temple. So including the psilocybin, including the Psychedelics, everything. So from when that seed is being planted, it's being planted with consciousness and with intention. Another thing that Jess spoke about, everything that you spoke about is so in alignment with consciousness, you know, with intention, from when you're putting that seed in the ground, you know, it's for the betterment of humanity, for the opening of souls, for really coming into your body. Because what is the biggest problem on this planet? The biggest problem on this planet is lack of connection. And that begins with yourself. It begins with the lack of, I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way? Exactly what Jess was speaking into. So you start connecting there. When you go further onto the journey, you are able to then connect truly with other people, and then with our beautiful Pachamama, our planet Earth, and everything that she requires from us, because we are one, not just with one another, but with her, with the plants, with everything, you know. We are but energy, we are but the frequency of a different vibration, which even the sign is a different frequency, this bag, this wood, this leg, you know, we're all just vibrating particles of energy, you know. Yeah, so conscious partying, it just changes everything. It changes how you see the world. It changes the amount of parties you can go to. It changes how you are outside of the spaces like this and the spaces like the temple, where you can come and do proper work, you know. Because this isn't work, this is fun, you know. And it's so important to have the holistic viewpoints, you know. If you're going to do the work, you don't have to become some boring motherfucker who's just doing the work, you know. You can do the work, you can have the fun, and you don't have to fuck yourself up. You'll find your body looking better, you'll find your mind feeling better, you'll find that whole connection to yourself really coming into alignment, you know. And so vehicles are great, but don't like dive into everything all at once, you know. And sometimes you get stimulated, you get overexcited, and you want to try this, that, and the next thing, and then things feel a little overwhelming. And you have people like me out in the world that just like provide their phone numbers and please utilize us because we're here, you know, we're here, we're part of the scene, we're part of us all being better, because when you win, I win. You know, when you win, I win. When you win, I win. When you win, I win. Like it's how it works. And so on that note, I brought some beautiful taste testers. We have these probiotic shots, which just come in so handy. So this one is an energy one. It's got the most amazing white kratom, green moringa. They're all naturals. They're all naturals. Try not to shake them. They are alive. They are truly alive. So that's an energy one. I'm just gonna show you all of them. These are for your tummy. Your tummy is feeling a little unstable, a little unsteady. It's got aloe vera, apple cider vinegar, and elderflower in it. They all taste pretty nice. They all are quite yummy. And again, so if your tummy is feeling a little unsteady and a little unstable, which can often happen in the morning, especially when you have had alcohol and whatever else.
Worse, so that there's an outcome, so that you feel better.
It balances. It balances. It alkalizes. It makes things better. No, it doesn't make things come out.
Some things have to be done.
So if you want things to come out, you want to be drinking some kefir water.
Yes.
If you're not a fan with kefir water, it's grown from a bacteria, and it specifically Bronwyn, who you'll meet later. She'll be at the sober bar with me. If you drink some kefir water, you're gonna have a good old let go and and movement and create space for more fun, you know. These guys are for your immunity. If you're feeling a little scratchy throat, or you're feeling, they're completely natural medicine. So a little scratchy throat, a headache, anything where you're feeling like, oh gosh, that partying kind of just fucked me up a bit, and I think I'm about to get a bit of flu, and now you want to go and like suck on some Vicks Actiplus or whatever the heck you guys suck on when you're feeling like that, then rather come and drink an immune shot, you know. I think that's it. No, sorry. Thank you, Zizi. These are cool downs. When you're feeling overwhelmed with heat, when you're feeling just like it's too much and you just want to cool your body down, you want to bring yourself back into center. You know how you can feel like sometimes you just can't shake that sweat. You just can't, it's like coming out of every pore. You're like, fuck, how am I going to do today? This is how. Okay. So you are all very welcome to have one. I don't know if you want to choose which one you would.
Literally the last one.
Okay, just remember, do not shake them. They are alive. They have C. serious bacteria in them. So when you get it open, just watch slowly as you open, because you'll hear it sing and it might explode. So you don't want that. So once you've got it open and you've had a sip, you can give it a whirl so that you can pick up all the medicine at the bottom, you know, and then you get that down as well. Yeah. So. Yes, these are the energy.
Just quickly, while Hayley tries to get us all smashed on drugs. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's here, to Jess and to Hayley. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. And it's so beautiful to see the synergy and the coherence between what you said and what you said. And I want to add to that what you said about intention, what you said about doing the work. Tomorrow we've got 2 more talks going on, same time, 10 o'clock. I'm sharing on goal setting and like actually achieving your goals, which is exactly what you two actually have said. It's like a beautiful segue into that. And then I think, if I'm not wrong, Patricia is sharing on relationships and love and relationships.
Oh, and she's so good. She knows it all when it comes to relationships. I follow her religiously because I love men. Which one would you like? The blue. Immune. Yeah. Yes.
Overwhelmed one is such an important one. I didn't know you had that.
Oh yeah, it's cool to write down.
People are like in a bad way. Yeah. No. Thank you guys. Eat the fruit.
Yeah.
If you guys are keen. Hey, are you done? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, basically, it's just a case of if you need anything, I'm right here. You know, like.
And the sober bar is right next to the normal bar, so
It will be. Yeah.
Not tomorrow, today. It's there.
Yes. If you're on a, say that again. Or even LSD or even MD. It's an alternative to alcohol. Oh God. Okay, so my favorite is the hibiscus and ginger. because it keeps you maintained. Because of the ginger, it balances your tummy, and the hibiscus is just so gentle and kind. It's a really beautiful vibration. So the hibiscus and ginger is amazing. But any of the cordials are absolutely amazing if you're okay with sugar. So even if you're gonna carry on drinking alcohol, because sometimes I do partake in tequila myself, then these are great mixers, which are also sold at the bar. So they are, they're called drinking buddies because they are for us who wish to still maintain, like have a little bit of a relationship with alcohol or a lot of a relationship. And you can mix it with vodka, you can mix it with tequila, you can mix it with anything. And it's so much more healthy for you than Coca-Cola or any of the other like really sugary drinks. It's balancing for your gut, your microbiome. So it really just keeps you together. But the cordials are so yummy. So I would suggest trying it all. You will find your groove, you know. But all of them are completely party friendly. Everything at the bar is party friendly, including even if you're on amphetamine, nose drugs, you know. Yeah. What would you like? The energy. I'm just gonna, that's energized me. And you, what would you like? Okay.
Stomach one.
The stomach one. Tummy. Where's tummy? Where? Blue.
It sounds like I need a shot of water. To be honest, it's a tough decision.
Shame, you also look like you do a bit.
I think I'll be a different man.
Which one do you want?
Yeah, same.
These are the cool me downs.
Cool me down. That's what I meant.
Okay. This is a cool me down one. But yeah, and for you, Dee?
I'll take them to them.
This,
Dealer's choice, eh?
Give me a blue one to do.
I think a blue one for Dee. Eh?